it was so emotional when I put it to my own pictures. I want to thank you for taking the time to create such a fantastic piece of music. And the phone rang, and a little Chinese bloke answered. And I said, hello, Yo-Yo, Mark. I said, it's Upton here. I just want to say I thank you. He said, no, wrong person. I said, sorry, this is the number I was given. No, he not live here. I said, okay. I said, who am I speaking to? He says, ring. I said, ring. He says, yeah, ring. I says, is that your first name or your second name? He says, no, my first name's Ring and my second name's Ring. I said, sorry to bother you. Ring. Hello. Stop it, you lot. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, on that note, less of the emotional shit where you have me all in tears in a minute, you lot. Honestly, you all gone quiet then. Am I not there or something? It's Julian Lees. Hello, good evening and welcome. And then he goes, look like Chris and Sue will be smidge late. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I on here or not? I'm batting here blind because of Jules now. I think Jules should come on. Chris, are you running late? What? Yes, you can see me. Yeah. Just arrived on your screen. What a waste of freaking time that was. Chris just joined the party. Tell Sue Garrett. What? Tell Sue Garrett. What? I'll tell you what, you're freaking doing me head. So you missed everything I was talking about, did you? But you couldn't have because Richard said yo-yo. So there you go. 2036 on the screen.
Call from 07938681305.
Okay, let's just get that one. It may be important.
Call from 0793868.
Hello? Hello?
It's Pierre.
Hello, Pierre.
You've just come in live.
What do you mean I've just come in live?
Because I've been on before 8:30 and you're running late.
I got 2:28 here.
Yeah, you're running late, mate. Julian were right. I'm waiting. Second one to be on it tonight. And I don't know why, but you're running. Obviously, it didn't come in live.
So am I live now?
Yeah, you're live now to me. Yes.
Well, I came in at 8:30. It's not my fault that you.
Yeah, it was but I'm not saying it's not your fault.
Did you hear me saying bloody hell? Pierre's second in the class today. He must have been let out of school early.
Okay, I love that. I buy that.
So did you all miss me joke then?
Sorry?
I'll tell you what a waste of freaking time, wasn't it? Telling a joke.
Yes.
What a waste of time telling a joke. It's backfired on me completely, isn't it?
There you go. So I'll let you get on with it and I will close off for now.
All right then. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot for telling me. Thank you. So I don't know how much you heard, everybody. I don't know how much you heard about. I was on there talking to myself for so long then, but I came on exactly at 8:30, and I have been in the house. It says here that we've been in for 3 minutes and 48 seconds live. So I don't understand that. Missed the joke, thankfully. What joke? No, you didn't. Did not hear that. Right, I'm going to go through it again, right? Unless you're freaking all winding me up. Right. Sue's not here. I'm lost. So I played some music and I asked people where the music came from. This is what happened when I first came in. We had 17 people in the house and I said your names and I said, well done, you're here. Thank you very much for being here. It better be a good joke. You freaking winding me up, you lot. Open up with a punchline next week. It works. Evening, Chris and Sue. Jonathan Wakefield. Good evening. So one more go. Who is this? Do you know the music? do you know the music? And the whole point of the music is I put up a video. We had 3 people ring me this week about their Corleone dogs. 2 were 13 and 1 was 14. And all 3 of them have died, unfortunately, this week. So the whole point of it is as a thing, I put up the pictures of some of those dogs that had died, or 2 of them were in there. I couldn't find the other one. I put up the thing and I put the music to it, and I like the film scores because I think that they are very moving. Sometimes it makes a film, doesn't it? So that piece of music was Ennio Morricone, right? Now, music was very nice on that YouTube post. There you go, Michael. That's what I was trying to put across, and I felt quite deep about it. And other people said in Patreon, it brought a tear to their eye. It was such a moving piece, and it just shows how time goes fast and how important. This is what I was talking about when I first came in, how important it is to catch those memories of your dogs, whether it's a photo, whether it's video, because you'll cherish them later on in life. Those dogs, don't live with us for that long in comparison, if you're lucky. If you live longer, obviously, but the short period of time they're with us, it goes so fast. So cherish it. That's what I was saying. But a friend of mine said, because that piece was actually not the original film score, it was done by a Chinese guy called Yo-Yo Ma, and that's why I asked you if you knew anything about the music. But very famous piece of music from The Mission. So The Mission, the film The Mission, and I love some of that real deep stuff. It's really nice. So anyway, what happened? My mate said, here's his phone number. I've got his number. You can tell him yourself that you thoroughly enjoyed it. He's a mate of mine. So I rung him up because I got Chinese mates, and I rung him up and I said to him, hello, this is Chris Upton. Am I speaking to Yo-Yo Ma? And he said, no, you're not, in a Chinese voice. And I thought, you're winding me up. I said, well, this is the number I've been given. I said, I was hoping to speak to Yo-Yo Ma to say what a fantastic piece of music, and it was bringing your classical expertise into that was wonderful to watch. Are you with me? Are you still keeping up, everybody? Or are we gone somewhere again? So he says, no, you've got the wrong person. I'm not Yo-Yo Ma. I said, what's your name? He says, Ring. I says, Ring? I says, your first name or your second name? He says, no, my first name is Ring and my second name is Ring. I went, Ring. Hello? Was it a waste of time? Did you get it that time or not? Come on, Chris. Doorbell ring. Yes, Paul Jarvis, you've got it. Ring. Ring, Chinese man. Anyway, that could be politically incorrect, couldn't it, if you think about it? But that's the joke I told you all when I first came in, open, that you got it. So anyway, I got some good, for fuck's sake, this Peter Piper. You'll remember that one, though. Wing. Stop it. I didn't hear it, Chris. Could you tell it again? No, I'm not telling it again, Ben. No, not telling it again. Let's just get on to dog training, shall we? Oh, by the way, I've joined the club. I had to go for an eye test yesterday, and guess what? I've got to wear glasses all the time. Not these. These are reading glasses. My ring is okay. Stop it, Paul Jarvis. Wrong number, terrorist. Stop it. I've got Chinese friend. I only have to pick up that phone. Can you tell it with the punchline, please? Oh no, please, Ian. Yeah, so that's it now. You're never going to see me again without glasses on. Going to be a long night tonight. It will do if you carry on the way you're going, Pierre. Ring. So yeah, I thought it was quite sad that, like I say, 3 dogs, and that's genuine. 3 dogs, 3 people, separate people, and it just shows, doesn't it? Not being funny. If you've got a dog and it lasts to 13 and you've had a wonderful time with it, you've not been to the vets, and then you lose your dog all of a sudden, I just think yourself lucky because you've had a good time with that dog. Hang on, I'm not doing it. Honestly, who sang Brown Girl in the Ring? Boney M? Come on, if you're going to quiz, you might as well quiz. Why was that put on? Why was Paul Jarvis's comment put on hold? Ninja looks nice in the last video, part 2. Yeah. Please come home, Sue. Yeah, she's at work. Boney M. Yeah. Bonem. That is a sad watch video, and it was really good. Yeah, and that was the whole point then. But what made me laugh is it even affected people who hadn't lost the dog, and all those memories come flooding back as soon as I put those. How long is his name? Who now? Have you ever phoned a Chinese restaurant and said, what sort of meat do you sell? And they go, we do chicken and we do beef. He says, is that all? And they go, well, what else do you want? Oh, we do duck. Yeah, but is that all? Well, what else do you want? Do you do liver? Do you deliver? Do you deliver? Stop it. Honestly, it gets worse. Honestly, you can't freaking joke about anything these days. I'll tell you, without fail, lost mine at 13 last October, said I'd never get another new dogs 5 months old. Now I've got never get another new dog 5 months old. Never get another new dog is 5 months old. Right. I think it's amazing because of all the dogs I've had, I've only had 2 dogs actually die on the premises with me, because I've always sold them on older. Once they've gone past their peak, I like to get on with the next one. Can you buy a new joke book, please? Gary, I stole that last night. And I'm telling you, if anybody wants a real laugh about snowflakes, about upsetting people, Netflix, the new Ricky Reeves, absolutely hilarious. I sat there pissing myself. It was so funny. It was so refreshing for a comedian not to give a shit. It was so refreshing for a comedian not to give a shit. If you want to laugh, sit through that. And at the end of the day, it's a joke, everybody. He's telling jokes. He's not left wing. He's not right wing. He's not centre. He's telling jokes. It's his job, isn't it? To tell a joke and make you laugh. And like you say, it's all about timing, isn't it? It's all about presenting it. I just added it on to what happened to me. Ian Gaunt at Chris. What? Is the Chinaman on with Ricky? Jeez. Ricky, yeah, it is, yeah. And the other thing he said, who come up with, let's name him a Chinaman? He says, who come up with that? He says, oh, there's a Chinaman. What are you? I'm a Chinaman. Well, what if you're a Chinese woman? What do you call them then? It's hilarious. It is, Adam. It's absolutely hilarious. It takes that lead off your shoulders that you're shit scared to say anything because you're going to offend someone. You're going to offend someone. My Chinese mate, Charlie, phoned me up tonight and I told him that same joke. He says, freaking, you need a new joke book. Is that the one that Paul Daniels had? Paul Daniels? Was this Paul Daniels? Somebody had a joke book nicked off. Oh, it wasn't, was it? It was Bob Oak, wasn't it? Bob Monkhouse. He had his joke book stolen off him. He didn't know what to do. So anyway, if we're not going to talk about dogs, let's just have a quick talk about Boris. Is Boris going to be in a job or out of a job next week? In or out? Is Boris, or should he be in or out? Come on. I don't do politics very often, but come on. What about this party? Went on till 4:30 in the morning. People sitting on each other's laps. In a job, says Gary. Out, says Adam. I reckon he'll be gone, says Harry. I'm with Harry on this one. I reckon this is gonna the things that are gonna come out now. He's a crafty sod, though, isn't he? He seems to hang on, doesn't he? Anyway, not many people answering, is there? Perhaps they're not in here tonight. We've got 43 people in the house. Come on, let's talk about something sensible. Anybody want to talk about anything sensible? Ask a question that's sensible. I had a t-shirt to put on tonight, but I thought I'm not going to because everyone's going to get offended. Boris is an embarrassment, worst PM ever. He surely can't survive this. Out. Isn't it funny? People are turning, aren't they? Because not being funny, I was a bit like, come on, this is getting old news now. He's had a freaking party. He nearly died. He's gone up there to toast. Thanks for toasting my birthday. He was in there for 10 minutes. If he was, that's one thing. But hang on, now it's all coming out. There was 56 parties or whatever it was. There's 120 people. Then fine. But then when it starts coming out with the photos of him being at other parties and they're turning around and saying 4:30 in the morning, some people never even left the party. They were that pissed. That is not a work. That is not a work, drink, and something to eat, is it? Chris, I have Blue at 14 next month. He's struggling too. Deaf and back legs and hips, but hanging on in there. Do you know what, Pierre? I'm going to say something now. I've learned over the years that so many people have stood there and let the dog go on. And sometimes the kindest way is having the dog put down when they're that bad. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. That's not my job. But my job is, in my opinion, for myself, if the dog is in distress, I'd have it put down without a doubt. And I've seen people hang on, and dog is incontinent, and the dog goes blind, and the dog's falling all over the place, and that ain't a good life. It's hard enough for Wiz, you know. It's hard enough for Wiz, and he's 13 and a bit. It's hard enough for him. He's deaf. He looks at me for movement. He's still got it in him, but it's just not got that. He can last 20 minutes and then he's limping. It's a bit like me, you know. Last 20 minutes and then he's limping. I thought you had to go 45 minutes before anyone got excited. He will need to be marched out. He just to keep on. Otherwise, yeah, exactly. I think he'll have to be marched out, won't he? He's definitely got some. He's got some staying power, hasn't he? That's it, Adam. I think you're right. You have to make the right decision for the dog, not the owner. Exactly. It's not easy, and it all affects us differently. One of the people who contacted me said they've not even started weeping or being really upset at the moment. It's just numbed them. It happens all differently. I've sat there with tears running down my face. Even when someone's contacted me in the past and said, I've had a fantastic time with that little bitch you sold me, or that little dog, and I lost her today, or lost him. And that's happened so many hundreds of times. People get in touch with you. And isn't it nice when people keep in touch when they come back to you and they've had that dog and they train with it? It's like everybody in it. It's like people who come training. I think what we should do, I think everybody should send in a picture of themselves and their dog. Picture of themselves and their dog. And Paul Jarvis says, Danny Wells had to let his dog go. Yep. I cried my eyes out when I had to say goodbye to my terrier. It was 2 weeks away from my 19th birthday. Yeah, exactly, Adam. Do you know what? We use discipline, we use correction, we work our dogs hard, but by God, we love them, don't we? As simple as that. And when you look at those pictures, and if you could have had a flashback, like a memory stick, and take it out and plug it into your computer or plug it into your TV and look at it, of the history, the life those dogs had training with me and working on the shoots and going with the people on the shoots and having a different life when they new people take them over. By God, wouldn't it show the idiots out there that they haven't got a frigging clue? Because I've never had a dog yet, touch wood, never ever had a dog yet that resented me because I gave it discipline. Because the discipline is in that very sparing way at the right moment. Was replying to Christopher. The old Italian mafia will protect Boris more slippery than a rubbed eel in olive oil. Yeah, but it's made them all look stupid. There, I mean, that George Useless, frickin' hell, he is useless, isn't he? He would suck up to anybody. I mean, the way he's sucking up to Boris is unbelievable, isn't it? I'd be embarrassed. I'd be absolutely embarrassed. And who did he used to be? George Useless, UKIP, frickin' UKIP. And now he's he's actually in the government for the Conservative Party. Exactly, Gary. I this is the whole point. Have you seen Gary Wilkes's number of things he's been putting up regarding discipline, where he's just breaking it down into the sections and explaining, because they're coming up with everything they can to try and rubbish anybody who uses discipline. It means your dog's not going to trust you, your dog's not going to want to be with you. I think it's absolutely disgraceful, the way they manipulate what really happens when you give discipline at the right time. You strengthens the bond between you and the dog. And these people would take this bit of the video and just put that up and say he's promoting beating dogs and picking them up by the ears and throwing them around. We're talking about a small percentage, but an important part of the training that we put in, the time that we put in, and the commitment we put in to training these dogs. But without that discipline at the right time, and I know I talk about it a lot because there ain't anybody else out there doing it, because they're all too shit scared to say anything. See that lazy eye? That's what they said about my glasses. They said one eye is compensating for the other one. So obviously that one's doing all the work. Look, he's really tired. Honestly, it's getting worse, you know. As you get older, it gets worse. My spaniel won't see his first birthday if he carries on. Hang on. You've invested so much money in that dog, Adam, with the vets. You freaking love him, something rotten. Honestly, I reckon if he ate a fur ball, you'd take him to the freaking vets. I hate him. Honestly, if anyone's watching, if snowflakes are watching this, Adam needs that dog taken away from him. If he hates him, he needs it taken away from him. It's just too much for him. My dog follows me everywhere without asking, and both had discipline in their lives. Do you know what as well though? If you watch that video again with the music and the dogs on there, notice how many dogs aren't giving me full eye contact. I don't want full eye contact all the time. I want them watching what's going on. Just because I'm there taking pictures of them, I don't want them looking at me as if I've thrown cheese at them. I spent thousands on a Springer. I have. Go on then, Ben. Tell us more. Tell us more, Ben. My dog wants to be with me all the time. Yes, they have had discipline, but they can't get enough of me. Exactly. With vet bills, he isn't the best dog. What do you mean he's not the best dog? Adam just loves throwing money at the vets. Adam just feeds the dog anything. Adam leaves him with tins of paint. He sleeps in the garage with the door open. Anybody heard anything about the birds lately? Anybody heard anything about the price of birds, the price of wheat, the price of fertilizer? It's just gone freaking stupid, isn't it? See, our electric bills are all going up 800 quid, aren't they? Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely fun, isn't it? We have birds now. Ooh, well done, Adam. So any questions about dog training? It's 23 minutes in here. We have not answered any questions about dog training. Well, it's coming down then. £350 a ton. £4 poults coming in July. 6 weeks. There you go. Look at that. Look. Everybody was panicking. They're talking about £17 a poult. Jesus Christ, where are you going to pay £17 a poult? I bet there's some gullible people out there. People are getting birds on the shoot that I'm involved with. There you go. So that sounds a bit more positive then, doesn't it? That sounds a bit more positive. But I can tell you, a trial person put up a feed the other day for Labrador trials and said that Labrador trials entry fees are going up to 100 quid and £125 for a 2-day stake. Jesus Christ, it's going to be elitist only in a minute, isn't it? £50 a bird at least on the shoot. Yeah, they pay £40 plus VAT, don't they? Oh no, some people don't pay VAT. Remember that one? Remember that one? Full page spread in the Shooting Times. £40 a bird, no VAT. Then the VAT man contacted me and went, what do you mean no VAT? What do you mean no VAT? How can you lose the VAT? Ooh. Anyway, come on, there must be some questions. There must be some questions about dogs. You know, you lot, you just know too much about dogs. Well, that was it. I was meant to say, Ian, is Ian still in the house or is he left? Sometimes he's never, sometimes he's here, and then he goes off on one. There's something on my screen that I don't even want to touch. It's big. It's big. I'm not being a baby, but you know, it's back on the screen. I think it was a moth. Ian's in the house. Yeah. So like I said, on the live feed, not last week, the week before, and we all know what happened. I was going to address Ian's videos with his little cockers. Absolutely fantastic. What a lovely improvement on those dogs by taking a step back a little bit and getting the steadiness into them. And aren't they more biddable and better because of that he's not carried on pushing them forward too quick too soon. And a lot of good feedback on those videos, Ian. Well done to you. But I don't think the Patreon group is putting up enough videos of members' dogs. And in my opinion, and I know we've all got busy lives, and I know we're all busy and we're all doing stuff. You know, I'm doing Gardener's World out the back. I'm doing freaking marriage guidance counsel problems with kids and stuff like this, and unbelievable, and family courts and all this shit. Oh, you don't want it, do you? But someone's got to be out there and reach out and help. And so I've been busy myself. And rough shoot, if you have permission, I guess, I'm going to do a video of pup this week. Hey, Adam, be beautiful. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. If you verbally raise your voice to your dog, does it hit the deck? Even at that age, does he hit the deck? Oh, here we go. Gary, my puppy's being a knobhead at the moment. We'll get some videos done soon. I think sometimes, and I think this is important, that we need to show those dogs when they're being naughty, when they're being a bit of a knobhead, right? Because I think those videos show the testament as you as a trainer, because it's so important you don't lose your cool, you don't lose your temper. And I'm not saying Gary loses his temper, not at all. But what I'm saying is it shows your maturity as a trainer when you know how to address it the right way. So what would the people on here, we got 41 people in here, let's have at least 10 answers. What would you do if your dog was being a knobhead on a session of training? Say you did a 15-minute training session with the dog and he was a complete knob. What would you do? Come on, tell me what you do. Come on, here's your chance to shine. No pressure. I think there's a 15-second delay before you all start. He's stung up to hell. My younger one runs back to me if I raise my voice. Jesus, now they're coming through fast. Jesus Christ, slow down. Slow down, you're all freaking typing. Jesus Christ, you're frightening the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to freaking go back down here. I've never seen it go so fast. Paul Carl, good evening. Timing is crucial. I love him really. I spent thousands. Oh, hang on. My dog wants me. Oh, we've done that bit. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Steve Pace is in the house. Good evening. One of my shooters was charging £56 a bird this year. In Adam, I've seen on Corleone talk that you have no luck with the wee dog. Rough for free or poaching. Great videos, Ian. I'm going to do a video pop up this week. Okay, where are we then? Rough shoots. No. My puppy being not there. We go. Not hit the deck, but he doesn't like it. Well, that's the reason I was asking Adam, because at the end of the day, it's not easy. Not everybody knows your situation, Adam, but it's not easy if you can't get after the dog in a straight line, and sometimes you just got to be careful you don't go falling over, doesn't it? I like my dogs to hit the deck if I shout at them. It doesn't mean I've been cruel to them, but they know that when I give the chastisement, sometimes I'd step up the verbal, and they know then that the verbal at the right time, I don't need to give the chastisement. I can get the dog to stop in that situation, and that's why I asked that question. He's stung up to hell. He loves nettles at the moment. Nothing wrong with that. My younger one runs back to me if I raise my voice. Denver, yep, no problem. Put him away. There you go. So here we go. We asked that question. Michael McLaughlin, put him away. Dead right. Adam, I'd stop and put him away for 3 days. Exactly. Put him away. Put the dog away. Stop the lesson. Verbal first, and then get out after it. Educate. There you go, Steve. Steve never gives in. Put him away and try again a few days. Yep. Mine played up tonight, so finished it. Well done. Put him back in the car. Yep. Sorry, late party, but back in the truck. Oh, Craig. You've not been dogging, have you? Stop and do another day. Carry on. Calmly put in the kennel. There you go. Pack up for the session. Put him back in the kennel. Keep calm. That's it. Back in the kennel. That's great, isn't it? He's pushing boundaries at the moment. He's being put away and no training. Exactly. Correction at the right time. I think that is so important. But one of the things I've been trying to get across on some of the videos I've been getting, and some of the videos are tame, aren't they? You just see me having fun with the dogs. You just see me going out and enjoying being with my dogs. If you enjoy being with your dogs and your dogs enjoy being with you, then you're halfway there before you put any of the obedience, any of the discipline in there. Because if you've got that bond that those dogs want to be with you, they're going to push you. They're going to try things if they can get away with it, or they don't know the behavior you've taught them yet. At the end of the day, if you've got those dogs want to be with you, you get a far easier dog to train than a dog you've got to force to be with you. Exactly, Michael McLaughlin. Snowflakes think we'd kick the shit out of them. And especially if you put up a video of a well-trained dog, because they can't train them. They then turn around and say, yeah, but you know, the only way he's got that control, he kicks the shit out of the dog. Exactly. But guess what? Like Ricky, is it Dreves? I can't really keep Ricky Dreves says, he don't give a shit. He gets paid for telling jokes. He tells jokes. So, 45 people in the house. Only 2 thumbs up. Was my joke that bad? It wasn't my joke. It was Ricky's joke. So beam him. Right? 43 people in the house and 3 thumbs up. I tell you what, it's sad, isn't it, when you can't even be bothered to put a thumbs up for Chris Upton. I mean, people, you know, I liked it when we had thumbs down because at least it used to show people were there and listening. Half the time, 4 thumbs up. And I've been on here for 33 minutes. Well, actually, you lot reckon only 20 minutes, don't you? The new thing is you're a control freak if you have a well-trained dog. Fluffy shite. Paul Jarvis Hudson. I was listening to a podcast. I'm not going to say it was because I like the podcast. I think it's quite funny, and I can only say that he's quite sort of hippie-like, and I like him. He's such a sweet character of a chap, and he was saying about how to handle customers and how to have etiquette. Sorry, shouldn't laugh, should I? I should educate myself, really, shouldn't I? I should educate myself. I don't know if I want to educate myself. I want to go through life, and I've got a t-shirt on the side, and it's got me into a little bit of like funny looks this week, and I wore it out for the last 2 days. Jeff Jeff Warden, the policeman, ex-policeman, he brought it back from America for me, and it's got a picture of a dog's nose, and it said, "I can smell idiots," across the front. Well, I'm quite a big lad, aren't I? It's a big T-shirt, so everywhere you go, when someone sees you, they look straight down at the T-shirt. And I've had some freaking dirty looks, and I've had people tutting. Well, me being me, I just go, well, if the face fits, wear it, and then carry on walking. At the end of the day, how is Jeff? Yeah, he's all right. He's packed up shooting. He's packed up. He's packed up shooting. He's packed up his dog. Really, that was the dog that was for sale, the black and white dog. He's now been kept after all that. Kept. So Jeff wanted to let his dog go, and he was going off to America, or going off to Wales, and then to America. And then he said, on reflection, I think I'm glad he's not gone, because I've missed him. So I thought, bloody hell, I'm pleased for him. And so Jeff's had his dog back. But that was the dog what was for sale. Anyway, who remembers? Oh, not at the top of my head. Sorry. I might get back to that in a minute. What's his name again? Who remembers Steve? Little Steve with a beard? Does anyone remember Steve with his spaniel? And his spaniel bitch was beautiful little spaniel bitch, Corleone bitch, and that's one of the little bitches that have died. So like I say, 13, and she was a Corleone bitch, and I trained her with Steve, and he'd never had a dog before, and he had mental health issues. He won't mind me telling this, and he struggled. And I always remember when he came round to see the dog. There was a puppy, and I'm not talking out of school, because I've said this to Steve. Sue said, "You can't sell him a dog." I said, "Hang on, what do you mean I can't sell him a dog? He may be the best loved dog they've ever had." "Yeah, but he's not very well, the chap." And he wasn't. He was all shaking, and he was like, and you know what? The one thing I said to him, if you have any problem with this little bitch, and you can't cope, or you can't manage with her, Purdy, her name. Remember Purdy? Steve with Purdy. And anybody who's been in the group, following the group for a long time, remember Steve and Purdy. He was quite an unusual chap. He would stand out. Lovely bloke at heart, absolutely. I remember Purdy. There you go. Anyway, she's died this week, and like I say, that's one of the dogs that he phoned me up, and like I said, he said that was the most beautiful dog I've ever had, and I just want to thank you, Chris, and all this and all this. And I told him the story, and I said to him, "Listen, Steve, I remember Sue saying that." I says, "But do you know what? I want to thank you for coming into my life, as well as coming back to me with the dog, to train the dog." He went on the shoots with the dog. He'd never been on shoots with the dog before. He went on shoots. He bought all the gear. He got himself all dressed up. And you know what? With his mental health, it helped him. It helped him concentrate on other things in life. It gave him something to look after. And, you know, he had mental health issues because of his mum that died 16, 17 years ago. Before, this is when I first met him. And like I say, 13 years he had Purdy. And he said she was as if she was my missus. She used to sleep on the bed in the end. And she was my best friend, and And I think to myself, and it's sad, isn't it, really? It give them a focus and a purpose, exactly. And we've had people here, we're not just talking about, I'm not talking about just Steve. We've had people here with mental health issues who've got a dog, and it's given them something to change their mindset and get them focused on something else instead of the baggage that they carry. And we all carry baggage for some reason, or, you know, whatever it is. And I think that I'm over the moon that Steve turned up. And I totally understand what Sue was saying. She wasn't being nasty. She wasn't being offensive. She just worried about the pup. But you've got to say, You've got to say, definitely stop it, Gary. My dog's got me through some shit times. Yeah, exactly. People don't realize the emotional commitment that we have with these dogs, do they? And dogs cheer us up on the dullest of days. Exactly. And do you know what? It don't matter, does it? It doesn't matter if you're poor, you're rich, you've got problems. As long as you show that dog affection, that dog will show you affection most of the time, innit? That don't mean you got to spoil it. That don't mean you got to treat it like a child. You're not treating it like a child. You're loving it for what it is. You're loving it because it's a dog. You're having fun with it. You're going for walks with it. It's calming for you, isn't it? I'm coughing now. I'll tell you what. I did go in a fancy dress shop this morning because I don't know if you realise, when you put them masks on for walking around the shops and that, those COVID things, my freaking ears stand out like that when I put the freaking mask on. I look like a freaking monkey. So I went in to see if I get a monkey mask because of this monkey virus, isn't it? There's a monkey freaking virus out now, isn't there? Boris needs a political dog. Boris has got a dog. It takes him for a walk, doesn't it? Mine causes mental health issues some days. Yeah. I think Adam does. Adam needs Prozac, not for the dog, for himself. They're always happy to see, no matter what day it is. I think you're right. I can go out there and I can be doing gardening stuff, and those dogs are just staring at me in the garden, in the rabbit pen, because they want to go in the rabbit pen. They want to be in there. Monkeypox, that's what they call it, isn't it? Monkeypox. You cheeky monkey. So I was going to come on this morning. I was going to come on this evening with a freaking monkey mask on and freaking wind you all up. I think I've got monkeypox. Freaking things I come up with. Anyway, you're lucky you didn't have a freaking mask. Trying to train my missus to whistle, but not getting much luck, Chris. Any tips? Oh, Steve, I'm not getting involved in domestics, mate. I've learned a long time ago, do not get involved in domestics. Over the years that I've get involved in domestics when my daughters have had problems, freaking hell, you're the worst bastard going. I just keep out of domestics. I mean, you watch that Ricky Greaves. Is he? Can you somebody help me here because I'm dyslexic? Not Cheese, not Ricky Cheese. Is it Ricky Greaves? Ricky? Come on, tell me what Ricky it is. Brett's taking messages back already. Look, he's retracted himself. He must have said something. Stop it, Gary Mallet. Some women love pain. E-collar, Steve. Maximum stim. Honestly, some comebacks. If they got big, strong nails, that's where you've got to watch out. Just a reminder, dogs can be about well-being. Greaves, isn't it? Gary Mallet. Ricky Greaves. It looks like Grievous to me because I'm dyslexic. The best thing I did was get a sofa for Rafa. What? The best thing I did, get Rafa from you. I thought you said get a sofa from Rafa. Well, I'm not fucking. I need more glasses. A stern come here works on me. Oh, Kerry, stop it. Honestly, stop it. You get me excited just thinking about it. Come here. Hey, look at that, lads. A girl with a sense of humour. I like girls with a sense of humour. Thanks, lads. I knew I could rely on you guys. We're not stupid. No, Jimmy Greaves. He played football, didn't he? Amazing to see, says Denver. What? Gervais. Ricky Gervais. Thank you. Why don't they just freaking spell it like that then? It spells like Gurvivis. And I knew it wasn't Gurvivis. Gurvivis. Yeah, so one of the things he says is all the best comedians are men. And freaking hell, that's a sexist joke to start with, isn't it? But he's right, isn't he? I like the way he lines them up, though. He lines them up really well. So if anyone wants to laugh, go and watch that. Honestly, I just sat there laughing my head off. In this politically correct society we live in today, he didn't hold back. He didn't give a shit. He'd already said, Netflix have already paid me. And he kept saying he's going to edit some of it out, and he never edited any of it. Well, not what we saw anyway. Look a bit up message to Steve. Amazing to see. What? Come on, Denver, Steve. I will ask my cousin. He whistles the wife, kids, and the dogs home. You're not allowed to whistle these days to a woman, are you? It's supposed to be sexist, isn't it? Wolf whistles. You're not allowed a wolf whistle. Anyway, there's no point in doing that to a woman who lives in Cornwall because they do it directly. I've seen that now, Denver. Change your tone of voice, Steve. Harry, who's doing the teaching? Is Steve teaching you or you teaching Steve? It looks like the pupil has taken over the master. I find going quiet works. She knows I'm upset then. If I'm loud, she just knows I'm just normal me. If I go quiet, she knows I'm upset. And it's hell of a funny. It's hell of a funny. I've just had to control my thought pattern in my head at that point there, because I thought if she's listening, she's gonna hit me when she comes home. So I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But that's the problem when you're live in it. You've got 15 seconds and no one to moderate me. I'm doing quite well tonight, don't I? Do nothing and lock her in the kennel for 3 days. Exactly, Adam. Less is more. Honestly, play hard to get. Because it's reverse psychology, isn't it? That's what they used to do to us. Lipstick. Get your lipstick out. Stop it. Stop it. That's what Ricky was on about. He says cats, they got barbed penis. So when they enter, you're stuck. You're staying there. And then when the cat pulls out, the lady cat ovulates. Must be the pain, right? But dogs, they just got a little furry, little bubbly bowl and a lipstick. That's what he was on about. So Adam Hudson, lipstick. There you go. Ha 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 ha. Show your lipstick. She'll do anything then. Anyway, lucky this is adults only, isn't it? Really, if you think about it, we're talking about lipstick and proper job and proper job. What about that freaking shit thing out in America, everybody? Fucking shooting. 18-year-old. Now, hear me on this one. Do you honestly think that you should be selling them sort of guns, assault rifles, high caliber, to 18-year-old kids? You know, still in the bedroom, masturbating over shooting videos. Honestly, I blame society for putting up the shit that they put on these games that these kids, these shoot 'em up games, in it. And they go, yeah, but we watched Cowboys and Indians and we didn't go out and murder Indians. I'm sorry, you're just indiscriminately shooting at people on the internet non-stop and watching blood and watching this at the end of the day, and then you wonder why. You wonder why we have these problems. Crazy selling assault rifles to the public, full stop. Agree 100%, Michael. And do you know what? As soon as you say something and you're UK, oh, you freaking redcoats, you nasty redcoats, you don't understand about the laws. Hang on. When the laws were given about you can carry arms, right to own arms, at the end of the day, they had flintlocks, didn't they? They have to push the freaking thing in and freaking load it, and you get one shot off every 40 minutes. You could kill someone pretty quick with one of them guns. With these guns they've got now, modern technology again, they're absolutely disgraceful. And it's sad as sad could be. And to think that 80% of Americans want that stopped, but the gun lobby is that powerful with the political clout they've got over there. They can change presidents. They can change elections, can't they? More firearms than people in the USA. Them guns should only be in a war zone, not given to little shits like him. Exactly, Brett. Exactly. I think such a sad situation. And what do they do? Oh, my blessings, my prayers go out to the families. That's not good enough, is it? That's not good enough, is it? It's not. Anyway, 49 minutes, 41 people. We've got 11 thumbs up, so I'm really excited tonight. Got 11 thumbs up with 44 people in the house. We've got some frigging haters in here, aren't we, really, when you think about it? They don't, do you know what? I miss them, really. I miss them coming in and giving me shit because we handle them so sweetly, don't we? They don't last long. And I could really do with some good debate, but it's not there, is it? It's not there. But at the end of the day, who am I to give my opinion? Everybody else is entitled to theirs. I'm not entitled to mine. So going back to Boris, they're now saying the police did a shit job of investigating him, only giving him one fine. Well, who's criticising the police? Exactly, Pierre. Very, very sad. It is. It's a very sad situation. Very, very sad. And the problem is as well, isn't it? It reflects back on everybody because the silly people who have no idea what we use guns for, and they go, yeah, but you don't need to kill game. You don't need to do this. Hang on, we're hunter-gatherers, aren't we? Hunter-gatherers. But it's very rare that a licensed gun person does what that idiot did in Plymouth. It's very, very rare. It's terrible. It's unbelievable, but it's terrible. Don't get me wrong. But when you look back and you think, well, hang on, who made the mistakes? The police were warned. You can blame the police easy, isn't it? But when you look at it, not being funny, if you're investigating parties that people have gone to and they're there till 4:30 in the morning, that is definitely a party, isn't it? That's not a work do, is it? How many of you don't go home, get pissed and stay in the House of the Parliament or stay at work and think, I won't bother going home because I'm so pissed? There's got to be a culture of it, like they said, that's come out recently. I just couldn't be arsed with all this shit about Boris going to one party and getting a fine. I just think, get on with it, move on. We've all made mistakes in our lives. You know, he's a pompous, but at the end of the day, just move on with it. Criticize him for something serious, and then they go, well, it is serious because my cat died during lockdown, and my cat wouldn't have died if I could have got out and looked after it. I fucking hate cats. I absolutely fucking hate cats. So I've got no empathy for the person whose cat died, and I don't fucking honestly think it's Boris's fault. I don't think it's Boris's fault that her fucking cat died. I was listening to LGBT, can't say that, could you? Honestly. Apparently, he asked Sue Gray to leave some stuff out of the report. Ooh, then that's a no-no, isn't it? That's a no-no. Then he should be gone, shouldn't he? Oh, we've got a question. First question of the evening. And it's only freaking 53 minutes, no, 4 minutes. My dog is dropping the dummy short on a retrieve, but it's completely fine with tennis ball. What would you suggest to do, Chris? Ben, you know I hate fucking cats. Find a cat. He ain't going to drop the cat. He ain't going to drop the cat. He'll have to learn to hold it backwards. So when the cat's going, he's got the back of the cat, not the freaking front. Ben, that was a joke. Could somebody put me on timeout for that one, please? Because some freaking snowflake's going to go, he's suggesting that Ben gets a cat. Dogs don't drop game as they do with dummies. Don't make too much of it, Ben. Try sticking a few feathers on your retrieve and see what happens then. My goldfish died over lockdown, but it was right the night before when I put it back in its cage. Steve, stop it. Plenty of cats down our way. See, the problem is, if these snowflakes, they can't work out what is a joke. They can't fucking break it down, so we can completely confuse them. So go on, ask me another question. Somebody asked me a question about dog training, and I'll give another cranky answer. And I guarantee there'll be a dedicated site on YouTube, Chris Upton gives advice, and they will just give the little pieces that I confuse them with. Thanks, Chris. I'll give feathers a go. He meant the cat. Kerry, I like that. The cat looks can. Your spaniel won't walk to heel. I know a man in Italy. No, it's Spain. I know a man in Spain who's having exactly the same problem, Adam. No. More of a problem. I bet you, as much as you like, as much as he played up, I bet he's missing the shit out of us. What do you reckon, guys and girls? Do you reckon he's missing us, really? Because what we did, if you say something and a little fire breaks out and people getting all freaking like, oh, you called me an idiot, you called me this, you called me that. Put out the flame by just freaking saying nothing. And if I say, I've washed my hands with you, it bothers them more because then you don't talk to them for a day or two. And like I say, less is more. So the more advice you give them sometimes, the more they want to be attention seeking. And so sometimes at the right time, you go, I've washed my hands with you. And then they go, yeah, but I want more information. Well, you don't listen to me information. It's for sale. Peter Piper, I thought I was deranged. He's a dick, we're not missing him. Can you use gameplay to train a goldfish to retrieve bits of gravel from its bowl? I've tried corrections. Only if his name's Bob. Only if his name's Bob. That's what all goldfish are called, Bob, isn't it? Anyway, my spaniel won't walk to heel either. Brought that magic lead and it was not magic. Denver, get your freaking money back. Contact Ray. Ray says you have to write an essay on why it's not working, and then when he gets it, he'll bin it because he doesn't give a shit. Ray's magic lead. We named that wrong, didn't we? We really named it wrong for idiots, didn't we? Really, for freaking idiots. The problem is where I come from. You call your mate, don't be a fucking idiot. You know, your best friend, your missus would say, don't be a freaking idiot. Don't be a fucking idiot. It's not offensive. But in today's society, and especially if you've been a teacher or a policeman or a magistrate or a Crown Court judge, you're not used to being talked down to, are you? So as soon as you mention a word like that, where I come from, sometimes it's a compliment. Don't be a fucking idiot. Adam said, I've tried barbed wire collar. It works well. It sorts out hard mouth, I was told by an Irishman. And that wasn't an Irish joke. That was serious. He said, what you have to do, you have to wrap the barbed wire around the dummy and then put the rabbit skin over the top of it. When the dog bites into it, he freaking hurt himself and he won't bite. He won't crunch into the. We're talking about hard mouth, skewing hard mouth, and your dog won't bite into it. And then I suggested to somebody that I'd heard this, and they said, yeah, it works for about a week. Next bird that kicks, the dog goes end of. Back to square one. You shouldn't always believe everything you hear. But one of the things they used to do is they used to put two scrubbing brushes back to back and then put duct tape or glue them back to back and then throw them out for a retrieve. Dog bites into it, hurts his mouth, learns to carry it gently. Temporary fixes, not permanent fixes. Dog soon works it out. Ian says, Adam pissed myself laughing. I don't know why. Let's go back. Steve Pace. I misread your comment. I have just flushed my Springer down the loo. I'm going to have to go back here. Steve Pace. Where's Steve Pace? Did you flush it down the loo, Ian? What the frick are they on about? £15, not a penny more. Freaking what's Gary buying? Hey, Gary was fucking gone on Sunday night, wasn't he? Did you see him, everyone? Honestly, it was like yoga from freaking Star Wars, wasn't it? He was like, just sat there in the chair like that with a freaking, it was getting darker and darker. He stayed with us though, didn't he? He's a trooper, that freaking, honestly, he's a trooper, isn't he? He could have gone inside, he put a freaking big coat on, He looked like that freaking thing from Star Wars. Was it Star Wars? Jedi, freaking Jedi warrior. Anyway, I don't know what you lot are on about. Denver's laughing. Michael, paint the Spaniel's picture. Paint the Spaniel's picture, and he'll walk to heel. There you go. Oh, fuck it. I've got to go back further because Gary's laughing at £15 no more, and Ian's having a freaking laugh. No. Can you use gameplay to train a golfer? All right, okay. My Spaniel won't work to you, but you bought Magic League. £15, not a penny more. Well, he's offering to buy it. Paint the Spaniel picture, and he'll take the heel. Did you flush it down the loo? Denver. I tried to. Who was it? Who was it on here who suggested to poor old Robert to let the dog shit on the balcony? Was it Adam? Was it Adam? I thought, is he being serious? He goes, have you got a mop? Keep it on the balcony. That's what he did with Juliet, wasn't it? Romeo and Juliet. They kept her on a balcony. You lot, I guess you're going too quick tonight for me. Or is it just I'm stupid? Harry Potter's Magic Lead wouldn't work for our Spanish friend. Exactly. It wouldn't work for our Spanish friend, would it? Do you know what? I'd let him back in. Because I missed him. No, I wouldn't. Well, I would if he apologised to you all and said he'd listen. Steve Pace, I misread your comment. I just flushed my... All right, here we go. Pissed myself laughing. Must have got the spell. I must have got the spell wrong, Peter. Bloody hell, Adam. That's some loo. What the frick are this lot on about? We'll be gone past the hour in a minute by the time I caught up. I don't even know what they're on about. He was in the food coma after that barbecue. Who the frick are we on about now? Oh, no. Who was it? Oh, that was Michael, wasn't it? That was Michael. Michael M suggested feeding him food. So he came back to me and said, ha ha, he who has little faith, I'm feeding the dog. It feels nice. I didn't say don't feel the fucking dog. It was me. Adam, honestly, do tasers work on training dogs? The police seem to have good experience with them. Use them more than a baton now. Do you know what? Isn't it funny, Ian? Isn't it funny how the police have no problem using a dog to savage somebody? They have no problem tasering somebody. And if you watch that, I was going to say Trigger Happy TV. No, Mad Art. What's it called? Jackass with Steve-O. And have you seen the latest one? By God, they freaking taser each other everywhere, don't they? They got hand tasers. I tell you what, how them people don't die, I don't know in that thing. I don't know if you watch that sort of shit. It's funny, isn't it? 20 years on from those fucking lunatics, and they are lunatics, aren't they? They strap things to their balls and their cocks that you just would not imagine. There's no way on this freaking earth someone's going to do that to me. Robert is a very bad painter. Jesus, you lost control of the live feed tonight, Upton. Jackass 4.5 was class. Thank God someone else knows what I'm talking about. Thank you, Michael. I have lost control tonight. I just don't want the freaking hell they're all on something tonight, and they've been drinking. This has just turned into a pisshead on a Wednesday night, isn't it? But if you enjoy it, then fine. I'll have another drink. He let the fireworks out of his rucksack. What the frick is all that? Do you know what? They're on something that I've never been on. Electric Avenue. Have you seen Jackass do that? Honestly, I freaking tell you, some of the stunts, how some of them people haven't freaking really, really hurt themselves. Two of them died. But what they do with each other's bodies is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, 4.5. When I first started watching it, 4.5. We're talking about 4.5 Wee Man, yeah. And you see the dinosaur. I thought it was shit. I thought, hang on, and then I realised it was his willy. It was his willy and his balls, and I just couldn't stop freaking laughing. I thought, who comes up with this shit? I might do one myself. So anyway, what I was saying, bowling ball to the nuts. Definitely not for snowflakes. Honestly, that guy's got the toughest nuts I've ever seen. Or that box can take a smashing, can't it? Hey? When I used to do judo, When I used to do judo, they reckon all the good judo artists, Japanese judo artists, could tuck their balls up. We could perhaps ask Pierre about it. Is Pierre still in the house? Is Pierre still in the house? Come on, let's see if Pierre's still here. I bet he's gone to freaking bed. I bet he's gone to bed. That's why he looks only 30 when he's 66. Hello, Pierre. Are you there? Have you gone to bed? He wouldn't know what jackass was. He just thought it'd be something to do with sex. Bowling balls and nuts, yeah. Ben Doolan, message retracted. Honestly, some of you guys. Anyway, on that note, I just perhaps think you want to go to bed, don't you? Perhaps, you know, with somebody. Sue's not here. I can't go to bed with no one. I'm on my own. Sue's probably happy about that. Anyway, Ben, go on. Why did you retract the message? You've not retracted anything up to now. This is the first thing you've ever retracted. Perhaps we're talking about penises and that's what happened.
Call from 079386.
Hello? Hello? You've not gone.
Yeah.
You've not gone to bed.
No.
Well, that's what we want to ask you. So you know you martial. What?
Hang on. Hang on, Chris. Hang on. I've sent you a message. I don't know if you can see it.
Well, I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. So you know you martial arts. You know you do origami, don't you? What's it called?
No. I don't do it now. Well, I don't teach no more.
No, but what did you teach? Not origami. What was it? Aikido, that's it. Do you know when I did judo, not taekwondo, judo, they reckon the Japanese masters could tuck their balls up. Could you do that?
No, I've never tucked my balls up, Chris.
No, I'm just saying, could you? Have you heard that about martial?
No.
Yeah, they reckon the judo guys, because they used to like kick them in the groin, didn't they? And they used to be able to tuck their testicles up. I just wondered if that was part and parcel of the martial arts that you taught.
No.
So it was yours self-defense or attacking? Both. Yeah. Both. That's why I said if Pierre's in the house, he might be able to tell us because.
Right.
Yeah.
Please can you just look on your screen, see if you can see my message about my brother's dog?
Wait, on the screen of tonight?
Yeah.
When did you do it?
Yeah.
No, when did you do it?
Now, just now.
We have the fucking people are typing like crazy. They're freaking having a. Do you know they're having a conversation?
Okay, right. I'll read it out and what I put.
Yeah, go on.
My brother, up country, bought a Springer from here in Cornwall.
Mm-hmm.
About 12 months old now.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling like hell.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, people have seen the dog pulling. Someone passed by, said they was going to report him to RSPCA because the dog was pulling.
Yeah.
And also they said put him on a harness.
Yeah, this is the Snowflake Society, is it?
I'm speaking slow because I can hear it going through.
Yeah.
It could be, I don't know.
So the Snowflake Society said put it on a harness, yeah?
Yeah. So I said to him, put him straight on the long line. And the dog is different again. No pulling.
There you go, exactly. Once you.
And also, on that note, I am going up country. Week after next. And let's just see the results.
That's it. Do a video and send us the results.
Let's just see the results.
Mm.
That would be so nice because I would take my long line up as well.
Mm.
And it'd be crucial timing at the right time for the dog. It's 12 months old. He should be listening now, and I will not allow the dog to pull me around.
I think Michael McLaughlin has come up with a fantastic suggestion. He says, Pierre, tell your brother to tell him to fuck off.
And on that note, what you just said there,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that, but they was the words I said to my brother, whoever said that, tell him to fuck off, look after his dog, and I'll look after my fucking dog.
Exactly. You Nottingham boys know how to say it, don't you?
That's exactly what I would have said to him.
Them rough Irish boys ain't got a clue, have they?
I've lived it. Hang on, Chris. I've lived in Cornwall over 20 years, and I've not lost it.
That's good, isn't it? That's good, because you'd lose your license.
It is.
Anyway, on that note.
Also, let me just say to this as well, because I did. Hang on, Chris.
Have you been drinking tonight?
No.
Go on then.
No.
Nottingham, Adam. Nottingham. He's from Nottingham. He used to go down the mine, Adam. He used to be a canary. No, he used to take it. He used to take a canary in a cage down the mine in case there was gas down there. when he had a pit pony, remember that, Pierre?
I'll go with that.
We have a laugh, don't we? We're mad as fuck us lot.
Hang on, let me say this to you then. Let me say this. So this week, I read an article in the local paper that at the police station, they're taking live ammunition, guns, and everything.
Yeah.
So today, I took in some cartridges, which I don't longer need, and also a couple of knives.
Yeah.
And I actually put that on the feed tonight. All right.
Did you lose your license? They'll be calling on you next week. Where's your fucking guns? was it? Hey, on that note, was it samurai swords? You being a martial arts expert? It was a rusty old cheese knife, wasn't it? Eh? Shut up. Anyway, take it easy when you travel up to Nottingham. There's some very rough people in Nottingham. Be careful. Anyway, on that note, what do you think? 1 hour and 13 minutes. We've got over the top tonight, haven't we? Whereabouts up country? Nottingham. He's a Nottingham lad. He's lived down here 20 years. He's a laugh. Anyway, are you still here or gone? There's still 30 people in the house. I just don't know what you lot were talking about. Bowling ball to the nuts. Oh no, we did that bit, didn't we? We've had no snowflakes get upset, have we? I don't think anyone's got upset, or they've not actually told us. So on that note, thanks everyone for joining and coming in tonight. Bollocks to you all, and see you Sunday for Corleone chat, members only, and I think we answered 2 dog questions tonight. It gets worse, doesn't it? Here, it gets absolutely worse here. Thanks for having a bit of a crack, Pierre, and coming in and having a bit of a ding dong with Chris Upton. Anybody else want a ding dong? Give us a ring. Ding dong. Take it easy. Good night, all, sis Kerry. I like reading Kerry's comments. Good night, all. Thanks, Chris. Made me chuckle this evening. Bollocks. That's what it's about, isn't it? If you think about it, everybody, if we can't smile, we can't have a bit of a laugh, then what's the point in living? Because you don't know what's around the corner. So enjoy it while you got it. Bollocks to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Upton signing off. I've missed the wifey tonight, nagging the shit out of me like she normally does. now. I do miss her. She's lovely. Catch you later. Good night, all.